Hello and welcome to this segment of Lawrence Live. I'm Dr. Sean Smith, and today, ladies and gentlemen, I have another special guest. I have the Lawrence Township Teacher of the Year for 2018, Ms. Markey, teacher at McKenzie. Welcome to Lawrence Live.
Thank you very much.
All right, a lot of people probably don't know that, but at the end of the year, you stood in front of over 1,000 people and were recognized as our Teacher of the Year.
Yes.
It's a good feeling, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Now, little birdie told me you won some prizes. We'll talk about that later. But it is beautiful because this lady, one of our teachers, has gone above and beyond in the classroom. So, Ms. Markey, let's talk about your journey. Tell us what you do at McKenzie.
Well, I am one of 3 teachers in the engineering pathway. I teach a freshman level course, Introduction to Engineering Design, the next level course, Principles of Engineering, and then a Civil Engineering and Architecture class. I also head up a Girls in Technology, which is a program that reaches out to our middle school females in an effort to increase our female enrollment in engineering. And I'm the advisor for the ACE Mentoring Club, which stands for Architecture, Construction, and Engineering.
Unbelievable. So you're pretty busy, aren't you?
A little.
Okay. So tell us about teaching. Why do you love teaching?
Oh,
you
my
can let
goodness.
your secret out to your students because they already know.
Well, it is the hardest job that I've ever done, but absolutely the most rewarding. I love my students. When they walk into my classroom, they become my children. And just the opportunity to see them grow, not just academically, because I'm concerned about their total growth. Seeing them mature throughout the year, seeing their responses become more mature and thoughtful, seeing them become more creative and more confident. These are all things that make my job rewarding.
It makes me want to go to Ms. Markey's classroom, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready to learn. But you have to have that enthusiasm to work with students because students are very much influenced by what we do as adults. What made you become a teacher, Ms. Markey? Who influenced you?
Well, I had some great influences early on. Miss Rosemary, she was my first grade teacher. Miss Harrison was my 3rd grade teacher. Miss Jones was 4th grade. Miss Gilbert was 7th and 8th grade math. And all of these teachers really just emulated what I wanted to do and wanted to be in life. I will say I took a very roundabout journey to get here.
Talk about that.
In high school, I was always good at math and science, and so my counselor said, "You're good at math, you're good at science, you're black, you're a female, you have to be an engineer." So off to Purdue University to be an engineer. And I worked in industry for almost 10 years, and it was enjoyable, but there was a void there. It just did not fulfill me personally. And I always wanted to teach. When Teach America came out, I looked at that program. Wasn't a good fit at that time in my life. But some years ago, when I was actually living in Arkansas, I learned about a program called Woodrow Wilson, which was a fellowship program for professionals in STEM to become educators. And my family and I relocated to Indianapolis, and I remember they had that program at Purdue. I have over 12,000 emails in my personal inbox. I'm not proud to say that. However, I searched Woodrow Wilson and found that 5-year-old email, and that was the beginning of a new season.
Well, you made the right choice, Ms. Markey. There's no doubt about it. Getting into teaching engineering and teaching our students because the kids love you and the staff obviously honored you at the highest level in the school district. Now, I want to put something out there. I want to tell people your business. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting with one of the top 10 teachers of the year for the state of Indiana. So Ms. Markey, by the time you see this segment, she is one of the top 10 teachers in the state of Indiana with a chance to become the Indiana State Teacher of the Year. Now, you know my bias. This is the State Teacher of the Year. So how do you feel about that?
Nervous, honored. It's been a humbling experience since our celebration at the end of the year. Sometimes I have to pinch myself, but I believe that everything happens for a reason and in its due season. And so I want to represent Lawrence well, and I'm praying to be chosen as the Indiana Teacher of the Year so that I can represent Indiana.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can see we have the Indiana State Teacher of the Year. Matter of fact, from a historical standpoint, we've had 2 previous teachers within Lawrence Township who've won that award. How would you like to have 3, ladies and gentlemen?
Awesome.
Okay? 3. Well, we want to wish you well, and thank you
you.
so much for sharing your story, ladies and gentlemen. The Lawrence Township Teacher of the Year, Ms. Tamara Markey at McKenzie Career Center. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this segment of Lawrence Live. Hello and welcome back to Lawrence Live. I'm joined with a very special guest. For many, you probably know him very well. For some, it'll be new. I'm joined today by our 2018 School Administrator of the Year for Lawrence Township, our chief of operations, Mr. Roger Smith. Welcome, Roger Smith.
Thank you.
To many, you know Roger as our chief, who is over many things we do in the district. He's over our operations divisions, which includes our facilities, our food services, our transportation, and our security for the district. He's over a lot of people in the district, aren't you, Roger?
Correct.
Tell what do you do on a day-to-day basis, Roger Smith?
Well, we start about 6:30 a.m. and some days we don't finish till way in the night,
Yes, you do.
depending on what's happening.
Right.
But yes, it's truly experience each and every day, seeing our kids transported. We feed them every morning.
Yes, sir.
Every afternoon, every evening, and then we take them home again, and we provide beautiful facilities for education to happen.
So, Roger Smith, do you have anything to do with school weather? I won't talk about that now, but this is the guy that's involved with that. He certainly makes phone calls to his superintendent students if you want to know that. But Roger Smith, let's talk about some great initiatives you have going on in the district related to facilities. Let's share some of the things that are happening in the district.
Well, as you know, we have, since 2015-14, a Blue Ribbon Facility Plan, where the plan for this district to touch every facility in our district and upgrade them to today's standards and beyond. Right now, we're about a third of the way through that with our elementaries, and then we're also looking at completing that by 2023. We will be in a plan to touch every single building in this district.
That's huge, Roger Smith. So when you think about that we have 21 locations, we have over 16,000 students and millions of square foot of facility. We just want to know the secret. How do you keep up with all of it, Roger? All the buildings and all the needs for each and every one.
You know, I'm only as good as the people I surround myself
Right.
with. And I've got an excellent people around in each of these departments that help me run the day-to-days, and that's key. With Matt Miles in transportation, Stephanie Tregesser in food service, and Dr. Grant Nesbitt in the day-to-day operations. It's just fantastic to have good people helping us out to make that happen.
Some new initiatives with safety and security. I have parents that are in my audience. What are we doing differently this year related to safety and security, Roger?
You know, from a state standpoint, the governor helped us obtain some metal detections devices, and we stepped that up even further and went through and purchased some walk-through metal detection. So we're doing some random metal detection at the high schools and middle schools and at our career center each and every day. Not only it's not that we don't trust our kids, we just want to make sure we have the safest facilities possible for our staff and students, and this is just another step towards that.
All right, Roger. On any day, we could have over 16,000 students, roughly 2,500 employees, and the many guests on our facilities, and this man is in charge of making sure that they're all safe, warm, and comfortable in our building. It's a lot of responsibility, and he's done it so well, and people appreciate him so much. You were named our Administrator of the Year. Roger, tell the public about your background for the students out there, because you're an educator, aren't you?
I'm an educator.
Yes.
This is my 35th year in education, 14 years at the high school as a teacher and a coach, department chair, and then in the last 20 plus years as a school administration over technology and operations.
Well, you've certainly done a great job, Mr. Smith. One of the most positive individuals you will ever meet, especially in an area where you get a lot of complaints, but no one is more positive than Roger Smith in making sure that he takes care of every single faculty member and student in our school corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2018 School Administrator of the Year, Mr. Roger Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this segment of Lawrence Live, and I can't wait to see you again.